I can see her online. I can see him online.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, sir. Please.
Yes. Kanchan is a male name in Bengal.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry. There are many confusing names in a vast country like India.
So
Okay.
now I invite you to, sir, please share your thoughts on this.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Actually, I consider this exercise that is being held under the stewardship of IIIT Allahabad is not only important for IIIT Allahabad, but it is important for the whole country and the future of the exit entry norms that the NEP 2020 has envisaged. And success or failure of this experiment is important for the whole nation. So that is the reason that I am actually joined Niteshji right from the beginning. This exercise that first of all that what is intriguing to me is that the anything that we take up, first the problem has to be discussed. That what is the problem that has told us. One thing is that NEP 2020 has told us to do it. That's fine. But NEP 2020 has told us because they have found that there is a large number of dropouts in the engineering colleges across the country. And that is the reason that they have told us that please try to do something about the exit and entry norms. But what is the actual number? That has never been, brought to light. How many people have really dropped from the engineering institutions in the last decade or the last? These things is very important because to sell our ideas to the country. Because whenever we place our, verdict, this first we have to tell that what is the problem and why we are taking it. This is number one, that the number should be in front of us right in the beginning. The second one is that have we made any sociological survey about the people who have dropped out as a reason for dropping out? Most of the time, people, there are various reasons, and financial reasons is only one of them. But there are many other reasons, like, I've seen many people in IIT Kharagpur also. They feel that they are meant for something else, but their parents have by force put them into IIT, and so they are dejected and so they are upset. And that has led to a lot of dropouts and also lower scoring in their, in their subjects. So that's very important that if we have any such results of such studies, that has to be brought to fore on every occasion, stating the magnitude of the problem. The next one is that NEP 2020's dictum is very sacrosanct before us. They have told us and we have to do it. But you see that NEP 2020 has not given us any time frame to do it. And it may not be absolutely bound on us to make 100% exit and 100% entry norms. Why I tell you this, that whenever we say that the people exit after 1 year, 2 years, basically we are encompassing the ITIs and the diploma colleges. Because ITIs, they study 2 years after class 12. Diploma, they study, say, class 3 years after class 12. And the degree holders, 4 years. So that means by one single stroke, we are actually coming in competition with the diploma colleges and the ITI colleges. Now these ITI, the certificate holders or the technician, the mechanics and the technicians are at par, they will be churned out from the engineering colleges. So engineering colleges, apart from giving the degree giver, they also become the certificate giver and the diploma giver, and then in the job market come in direct competition with the ITIs and the diploma colleges. Now the point is that we do not know that how the job market, market will be, will be accepting it. Now, if we bring out something like, somebody comes out after 2 years and we have allowed the exit after 1 year. So 1 year will be competing with 2 years and then 3 years. So are those 3 years, what are they studying? Now the job market will be finally be deciding whether we are successful or not. If our exited students fare better than the diploma students, then the diploma colleges will be tuning into us. But if they are not accepted, then our experiments will not succeed. So similarly, because we have to remember one thing, that the certificate holders or the ITIs, they are basically skill driven, whereas diploma and the engineers, they are knowledge driven. And the skill and the knowledge are actually different paradigms, because the skilled people, they are told how to use their hands. In mechanical engineering, they will be taught that, okay, you do welding and etc. if the trade is welding. And so, and if it could be automobile also. So similarly, if they are exiting after 2 years, with what degree? It will be a mechanical engineering degree certificate. So he is, so but is mechanical engineering, can he compete with automobiles in the automobile sector? Probably, because automobile engineers will be certificate holders will be accepted. Can he compete in the welding sector? So these are the questions we have to ask. When we allow them to exit, their success in the job market will also dictate our success, that whether the experiment has succeeded. We don't want to fail. We don't want to be told after 5 years, what brainstorming did you do that your products are failing today? So we have to also consider the possibility that initially, in the first few years, we'll be allowing only the 3 years exit or the diploma exit and compete with the diploma. If we succeed, then we will be driving more skills, because there are many engineering colleges. There, the skilling or the laboratory, sorry, it's not the laboratory, it is the, where the weldings or the soldering for the electronics or doing any such things by the hand is there. So we have to develop that. So we have to actually come into direct competition in the job market. Now the 12 plus 2, 12 plus 3, and 12 plus 4, there will be 3 different kind of products in the job market. And then we have to see, so now from 12 plus 4, if we are producing 12 plus 2 and 12 plus 3, we will be in direct competition with the already existing products, and we have to see, and that's one of my biggest concern, that whether we will be succeeding or not. So, and so at every step, what I believe is that this experiment is very good, but we can go in steps. This is number one up to BTech. And then regarding this PhD, when you say that after 8 years he gets a PhD, as the PhD supervisors and all, I have got great reservation in fixing the time frame, because I have handled different kind of students. I have seen people after MTech, people get PhD after 2.5, 3 years. People also cannot complete within 8 years. They find it difficult. So PhD throughout the world is a different ball game altogether, where time frame is totally dependent on the supervisor's satisfaction that is worthy to get the PhD. And there, if we say that he will get PhD in 8 years, it might not be taken viewed, positively by the world body. The last point that I want to mention is that when we are doing this exercise, we have to also tell the public that whether there is a similar kind of systems anywhere in the world or not so far. If it is not, we have to tell it is not there. We are unique, first time in the world. That's also fine. But we have to mention, because our education system is not standalone. It is integrated with the whole world. Our products will be going elsewhere in the world, and they will be seeking employment, as well as their they will be going for further studies. So our education system, our all kinds of technologies is integrated with the whole of the world. So therefore, just like I said in the beginning, that the problem has to be stated. Similarly, the worldwide, the efforts are the worldwide, what is the scenario? That also we have to say whether or not it exists or it doesn't exist. So these are some of the points that I thought when this exercise, but I must congratulate ever and involving a lot of spectrum of people throughout the country in the discussions. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Professor Kanchan Choudhuri. And you raised very valid and pertinent questions about the success of the implementation of this NEP. So we'll definitely consider all these things later on. And now I invite Professor Pankaj Jaloti ji. So please join Pankaj Jaloti ji and share your views.